Hello students, welcome back to the class. Okay, in today's class we are going to start the exercise 4.3. Last class we seen the tangent function, the inverse tangent function, and some of the examples we have solved. Now in today's class we are going to solve the problems in exercise 3.3. It is based on the last class subdivision only. Okay, so let us see the exercise. First sum. What's the first sum they have given? Find the domain of the following function. We have to find the domain. Find the domain. First subdivision, tan inverse of root of 9 minus x square. Okay, for tan inverse function, the domain is from minus infinity comma infinity and the range is from minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Right, the domain is from minus pi by 2, minus infinity comma infinity. Therefore, equating this, that is minus infinity less than root of 9 minus x square less than infinity. Okay, we have to find the infinity. See here, I am taking square root, what it becomes? It becomes 9 minus x square less than 0, since we have minus infinity in both sides. Okay, therefore we get x square. Okay, x square is greater than or equal to 9, then x is greater than or equal to 3, that is the range is from minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. Okay. Okay, can you understand? So, range is from minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. So, what is the domain? The domain is from closed interval minus 3 comma is the domain of the given function. What you have done? We have taken the theta's value, that is the theta's value that you have given is root of 9 minus x square. We already know the tan inverse the function's domain is minus infinity comma infinity. Therefore, on equating this on both sides we are taking minus infinity and this side we are taking infinity. So, while we take square root on all these sides, so squaring on all these sides what it becomes? Less than 0, the value comes like this. So, the domain is closed interval minus 3 comma 3. Okay. See the second subdivision. Second subdivision, 1 by 2 into tan inverse of 1 minus x squared minus pi by 4. Okay. See, let us take this alone. That is 1 by 2 into tan inverse of 1 minus x square alone. There is a formula 1 by 2 into tan inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x. Okay, this is a formula. See this form, it is same like that, right? 1 by 2 into tan inverse of, instead of x we have 1 minus x square. So, on applying this formula we get tan inverse of, here the value of x is 1 minus x square. 1 minus x squared divided by 1 plus 1 minus x squared. Solve this. Tan inverse of 1 minus 1 minus into minus plus x squared divided by 1 plus 1 minus x squared. So, it becomes tan inverse of 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. In the numerator we have x squared, in the denominator we have 2 minus x squared. Okay, 2 minus x squared. So, instead of this we can write it as tan inverse of x squared divided by 2 minus x squared. See here we have minus pi by 4. See, pi by 4 can be written as tan inverse of minus 1, tan inverse of 1. Am I right? See here, we know that tan pi by 4's value is 1. Therefore, tan inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 4. So, here we can write minus tan inverse of 1 and instead of this we can write tan inverse of x squared divided by 2 minus x squared. Okay. Therefore, the given question is 1 by 2 into tan inverse of 1 minus x square minus pi by 4 becomes tan inverse of x squared divided by 2 minus x squared minus, since here we have minus, we are taking minus here, minus, instead of pi by 4 we can take it as tan inverse of 1. See here, this is in the format of tan inverse A minus tan inverse B. The formula is tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus A into B. See here, tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B is equal to tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus A into B. This is the formula. So, on applying this formula, you have to apply the formula for this step. Okay, what we get, tan inverse of, here A is x square divided by 2 minus x square and here B is 1. Therefore, it becomes tan inverse of A minus B. What's A? X square divided by 2 minus x squared minus B is 1 divided by 1 plus A into B. What's A? X square divided by 2 minus x square into 1. Let us take as it is equal to tan inverse of, shall we take the square root? LCM. LCM is 2 minus x squared. This x square comes as it is minus 2 minus x squared. On multiplying this minus inside, we get minus 2 plus x squared. And here let us take the LCM as 2 minus x squared. So, it becomes 2 minus x squared plus x squared. Okay, see here, minus x squared plus x squared gets cancelled. And here it becomes tan inverse of 2x squared, right? X squared plus x squared is 2x squared minus 2 divided by 2 minus x squared into, when it goes up it becomes reciprocal. Okay, 2 minus x squared divided by, here we have only 2 as remaining. See, this term and this term gets cancelled. Okay, then tan inverse of, see here, we can take 2 outside, then x square minus 1. This 1 2 and this one gets cancelled. Tan inverse of x square minus 1. Okay, now we have solved this. Okay, this one we have solved this. That is 1 by 2 into tan inverse of 1 minus x square minus pi by 4 is equal to tan inverse of x square minus 1. Now we are going to find the domain. We already know the domain of inverse function is from minus infinity to infinity. Minus infinity less than x square minus 1 less than infinity. When this one goes up this side, what we get? We get as it is, minus infinity less than x squared less than infinity. Therefore, the domain is from R only. The domain is from R only. That is, the domain is minus infinity, not the closed interval, it's the open interval. You have to be very careful while writing the intervals. Okay, open interval of minus infinity comma infinity. This is the required domain for the given function. Okay, what we have done for this, for the first step alone, we have used this formula, then we have substituted, then we have solved, we got this answer. Then for minus pi by 4, what we have substituted? We have substituted minus tan inverse of 1. Then we use the formula of tan inverse A minus tan inverse B. Then we solved and we got the answer as tan inverse of x square minus 1. Then we have simplified. Till now we have simplified. Then only we have to find the domain. The question is find the domain. We are going to find the domain. We know that tan inverse functions domain is from minus pi infinity to infinity. Therefore, on substituting we get the same domain. We get the same domain. Okay. Now this again sum. This is how you have to find the domain. Okay. If you have something like this, you have to simplify first. Then at last you have to find the domain. In the first subdivision, what they have, they directly gave the question. There is no need of simplification. We just find the domain. In the second subdivision, they have given like this. Therefore, we simplified and at last we found the domain. Okay. See the second question. What's the second question? Find the value of. We have to find the value of. What's the first subdivision? Tan inverse of tan of 5 pi divided by 4. Okay, see here, it's looking easy, right? See, this is in the format of tan inverse of tan of x. This can be written as x, but this x should belong to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Okay, this x should belong to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Is that so? No. So what we are going to do is, we are going to change something. See here. See, this 5 pi by 4 can be written as pi plus pi by 4. Am I right? This 5 pi by 4 can be written as pi plus pi by 4. See, since pi is the periodicity, therefore tan of 5 pi by 4 becomes tan of pi plus pi by 4. We know pi is the period of the tangent function. Pi plus pi by 4. It becomes tan of pi by 4 alone. Since pi is the periodicity, we can write tan of pi plus pi by 4 as tan pi by 4. So on substituting here, tan inverse of tan of 5 pi by 4 is equal to tan inverse of tan of pi divided by 4. So tan inverse of tan of x is equal to x. On that we are taking pi by 4. See here, pi by 4 belongs to open interval of minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Okay, therefore this is the answer. Pi by 4 is the answer. What we have done, since we can use the property, but this 5 pi by 4 should belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Therefore we are changing this pi by 4 as pi plus pi by 4. Since pi is the periodicity, tan of pi plus pi by 4 becomes tan pi by 4 alone. Okay, therefore tan inverse of tan of pi by 4 becomes pi by 4 alone. Therefore we know that pi by 4 belongs to the interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Hence pi by 4 is the correct answer. Now let us move on to the second subdivision. What's the second subdivision? Tan inverse of tan of minus pi divided by 6. Minus pi divided by 6. Okay, see here, you can do this in different formulas. Okay, see here, this minus pi by 6, when we take the for property tan inverse of tan of x is equal to x, it becomes minus pi by 6. Surely minus pi by 6 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. This is also one way of answer. Okay, but see here, what they have given is minus pi by 6. So tan of minus pi by 6. This can be written as tan of pi minus pi by 6. Right, see here, tan of pi plus of minus pi by 6. Then how can we write this as tan of minus pi by 6, right? So we are taking like that. Then what it becomes? Tan of pi minus pi by 6 is, this becomes minus, okay, minus. 6 pi minus pi is 5 pi divided by 6. Okay, then tan inverse of tan of minus pi by 6 becomes tan inverse of tan of 5 pi by 6. Okay, which is equal to tan inverse of tan of x is equal to x is the property. Therefore tan inverse of tan of 5 pi by 6 is equal to 5 pi divided by 6. Okay, surely 5 pi divided by 6 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. You can do in either format, this formula also, otherwise the single line I said, right. So this can be written as tan of minus pi by 6 can be written as tan of pi by 6. Therefore, tan inverse of tan of pi by 6 is equal to pi by 6 alone. That is also correct answer. This is also correct answer. You can write in any format. Okay. Now, let us see the third sum. Okay. Now, let us see the third sum. We have completed the second sum. Now, let us see the third sum. What's the third sum? Find the value of tan inverse of 7 pi divided by 4. See here, why we have changed here like this means because it has minus here. Therefore, we have changed it like this. See, if there is no minus, we don't want to change, we can take the property, then we can say the answer is pi by 6 alone. Okay. Since we have minus, for neglecting the confusion, we are changing like this. Okay. See here, next one is tan inverse of 7 pi by 4. 7 pi by 4. Surely, this can be written as tan inverse of x is equal to x. Therefore, in that format, this can be written as 7 pi divided by 4. 7 pi divided by 4. See here, this is the tan function. See, there is no tan inverse function here. This is the tan function. Therefore, tan function's range is from minus infinity to infinity, right? Therefore, since this belongs to minus infinity, 7 pi by 4 belongs to R. Minus infinity to infinity. Therefore, we can say this. The value is 7 pi by 4. If they have given it as tan inverse of 7 pi by 4 means we have to change the value, then we have to get the values between minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. But see here, on the outer side they have tan. Therefore, also tan's range is from minus infinity to infinity. Therefore, there is no problem of restricting the values. Okay. Next one, what's the second subdivision? Second subdivision is also like this, tan inverse of 1947. Since we have tan outside, the value should be of any real number. Therefore, this is equal to 1947. This is from minus infinity to infinity. Therefore, this is the correct answer. 1947 is the correct answer. See the third subdivision, tan of, again we have tan outside, tan inverse of minus 0.2021. What will be the value? Value will be minus 0.2021 because it belongs to minus infinity comma infinity. Therefore, this is the correct answer. Okay, you need not change need not restrict the values because in the outer side we have tan. We know that the tan's value, the range is from minus infinity to infinity. Therefore, the value can be of any value. It can be any real number. Therefore, we didn't restrict the values. We just used the property. What's the property you have used? This is the property. You have to mention it in all these sums. Okay. Tan inverse of x is equal to x. Hence, we get tan inverse of 7 pi by 4 is equal to 7 pi by 4. Similarly, you have to mention this property in all these sums. Okay. Now, the fourth sum. What's the fourth sum? Find the value of. You have to find the value of. They have given 3 subdivision. What's the first subdivision? Tan of cos inverse of 1 by 2 minus sin inverse of 1 divided by 2. Okay. See here in the outer side we have tan. So this is the assignment for you. I will give you a hint. Okay. This is the assignment for you. I will do the other 2 sums. Compared to the 2 sums, this term will be easy. First we have to take this alone. Cos inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to y. Then cos y is equal to 1 by 2. For what value of y? We get cos y is equal to 1 by 2. We get pi by 3. Therefore, cos inverse of 1 by 2 is equal to pi by 3. Similarly, then we have to take sin inverse of minus 1 by 2 is equal to y. Then sin y is equal to minus 1 by 2. For what value of y? We get the value as minus 1 by 2 is minus pi by 6. Okay, then add this pi by 3 minus pi by 6 you get pi by 2, tan pi by 2 is infinity. Okay, I gave you the answer. This is how we have to proceed the sum. Just do the sum. Okay, only one sum is assignment for you. In this video I will do the other two sums. See the second subdivision. What's the second subdivision? Sine of tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus cos inverse of 4 divided by 5. Okay, we have to find the value of this. See here, we already know the formula. Tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B is equal to tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus AB. Okay, see here we have tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus here we have cos inverse of. Therefore, we are going to change this to tan inverse. Instead of cos inverse, we are going to change this to tan inverse. Then we can use this formula. Then we can get the one value. Okay, see here how we are going to change this. Let us take this as, let cos inverse of 4 by 5 is equal to theta 1. Theta 1. Let us draw the right angle triangle. Let this be the theta 1. Therefore, from this we can take cos theta 1 is equal to 4 by 5. What is 4 by 5? This is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Therefore, this is hypotenuse, this is opposite side. We have to, so this is adjacent side, we have to know the opposite side, that is A, B, C. We know cos theta is equal to BC divided by AC. So, we have to know this, right? We know that AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, right? So, we have to know what is AB. Let this be x. X square plus what is BC square? 16. AC square is 5 square is 25. X squared is equal to 25 minus 16 is 9. X squared is equal to 9. Therefore, value of x is 3. This is 3. Right? Through the Pythagoras theorem. This is Pythagoras theorem's formula. So, using the Pythagoras theorem, we found the value of AB, that is 3. Then, through this we can write tan theta 1 is equal to, what is cos theta 1? Sorry, sin theta 1? Sin theta 1 is equal to 3 divided by 5. Cos theta 1 is equal to 3 divided by 4. Right? 3 divided by 4, tan theta 1. Then theta, then we can write tan inverse of 3 divided by 4 is equal to theta 1. See this? Instead of cos inverse of 4 by 5, we substituted theta 1. Instead of theta 1, we can substitute tan inverse of 3 by 4 here. Right? See here, sine of tan inverse of 1 by 2 minus cos inverse of 4 by 5 is theta 1. Right? So, instead of theta 1, we have found the value. Theta 1 is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4. Therefore, we are going to substitute here. Instead of theta 1, tan inverse of 3 divided by 4. See here, it's in the format of tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B. Shall we substitute the formula? What's the formula? Tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B is equal to tan inverse of, let the sign be as it is, tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus A into B. That is tan inverse of, here A is 1 by 2, B is 3 by 4. A by 1 by 2 minus 3 by 4 divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 into 3 by 4, that is 3 divided by 8. Okay, solve this. Sine of tan inverse of, what's the LCM above? It's 4, right? What's the LCM? 2, 4. 2, 1, again 2, 1, 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 is the LCM. Then into 2 on both sides. Therefore, 2 minus 3 divided by, down LCM is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Which is equal to sine of tan inverse of, okay, tan inverse of, this one is minus 1 divided by 4 into 8 divided by 11. It becomes reciprocal. This one is 1 and this one is 2. Okay, this is equal to sine of tan inverse of minus 2 divided by 11. Okay, see here it is sine and here it is tan inverse. Tan inverse of minus 2 divided by 11. We know the property similar for sine, we also have tan, similar for tan, we also have the property sine. Sine of sine inverse of x is equal to x. See here in the outer we have sine, in the inner side we have tan inverse. Therefore, we are going to change this tan inverse as sine inverse. See here we have changed the cos inverse as tan inverse. Similarly, here we are going to change this tan inverse to sine inverse. For that, let us take tan inverse of minus 2 by 11 is equal to theta 2. Because we have taken theta 1 as cos inverse of 4 divided by 5. Therefore, we are taking tan inverse of minus 2 divided by 11 as theta 2. Then tan theta 2 becomes minus 2 divided by 11. Shall we draw the triangle? This is theta 2. What is it? Here it is tan theta 2, that is minus 2, 11. Okay, we have to know the hypotenuse. By Pythagoras theorem, minus 2 the whole square is 4 plus 121 is equal to, let this be x, this is x squared. So 121 is 125. 125 is equal to x squared. The value of x is 5 into root 5. Okay, the value of x is 5 into root 5. Right? See here 125. 5 2s are 10. Again 2 here 5. 5. So square root of 5 cube is 5 into root 5. Okay, value of hypotenuse is 5 into root 5. Here we have tan theta 2 is equal to minus 2 divided by 11. What we know, what we want sine theta 2. Therefore, sine theta 2 is equal to, what's the value of sine theta 2? Minus 2 divided by 5 divided by, 5 root 5. Minus 2 divided by 5 root 5. Therefore, theta 2 is equal to sine inverse of minus 2 divided by 5 root 5. Okay. So, we are going to substitute here. See here, sine of, instead of tan inverse of minus 2 divided by 11, we took tan theta 2. Sine of theta 2 is equal to sine of, instead of theta 2, we found the value as sine inverse of minus 2 divided by 5 into root 5. Sine inverse of minus 2 divided by 5 into root 5. See here, we know the property sine of sine inverse of x is equal to x. Therefore, sine of sine inverse of minus 2 divided by 5 into root 5 becomes minus 2 divided by 5 into root 5. On multiplying numerator and denominator by root 5, what we get? Minus 2 root 5 divided by, you can keep the value as it is, otherwise you can take like this, 5 into root 5 into root 5 is 5, 5 into 5 is 25. Therefore, this is the answer, minus 2 root 5 divided by 25 is the answer. Okay, so this is a big sum, but you have to concentrate. See here, instead of cos inverse, we are going to find here at tan inverse, then you can use the formula. Therefore, what we are taking? We are taking this as theta 1, then draw the right angle triangle, then find the other value, then find the tan theta 1. Then here, instead of cos inverse, write it as tan inverse. Apply the formula. After applying the formula, you will get like this. Since in the outer side we have sine, in the inner side we have tan inverse. We are going to change this to sine inverse. Again use the Pythagoras theorem. You will get the answer. Okay, it will be very easy. Then the third sum, the last sum. The last sum is also like this, the same only. See the third sum. What's the question they have given? Cos of sine inverse of 4 divided by 5 minus tan inverse of, okay, tan inverse of 3 divided by 4. Okay, see here we have tan inverse and here we have sin inverse. So what we are going to do? We are going to change the sin inverse to tan inverse, then you can use the formula tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B. So let us take theta 1 is equal to sin inverse of 4 divided by 5. Then sin of theta 1 becomes 4 divided by 5. Shall we draw the diagram? Right angle triangle. This is theta 1. Sin theta 1 is equal to 4 divided by 5. This is 4 and this is 5. We have to find this value. Let this be x. Then 4 square is 16 plus x squared is equal to 25. X squared is equal to 25 minus 16 is 9 and then x value is 3. X value is 3. We have to know what is tan theta 1. What is tan theta 1? 4 divided by 3. Therefore, theta 1 is equal to tan inverse of 4 divided by 3. Okay, see here, this can be written as cos of sin, instead of sin inverse of 4 by 5, we substituted theta 1 minus tan inverse of 3 divided by 4. Instead of theta 1, we have found theta 1 is equal to tan inverse of 4 divided. Substitute that cos of tan inverse of 4 by 3. Okay, 4 by 3 minus tan inverse of 3 divided by 4. Shall we substitute the formula? Tan inverse of A minus tan inverse of B is equal to tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus A into B, which is equal to cos of tan inverse of, what's the value of A? A is 4 by 3. What's the value of B? B is 3 divided by 4. A minus B. 4 by 3 minus 3 divided by 4, the whole divided by 1 plus 4 by 3 into 3 by 4. That is 4 3s are 12 divided by 12. That is 1. Okay. Equal to cos of tan inverse of, okay, find the LCM. Here it is 12 into 4. 4 4s are 16 minus into 3. 3 3s are 9 divided by 2. This is equal to cos of tan inverse of, okay, 12. 16 minus 9 is, what 16 minus 9? 7. Right? 7. 7 by 12 divided by 2 by 1 is 1 divided by 2. So this becomes 7 divided by 24. 7 divided by 24. Okay, see here in the outside we have cos, in the inner side we have tan. So there is a property cos inverse of x is equal to x. Therefore, for getting this property, what we have to change? We have to change this tan inverse as cos inverse. So let us take theta 2 is equal to tan inverse of 7 by 24. Then tan theta 2 is equal to 7 by 24. Draw the right angle triangle. This is theta 2. See here, tan theta 2 is equal to 7 by 24. Okay, 7 by 24. So we have to know this. Let this be x. Okay, 7 7s are 49 plus 24 into 24. 24 square is 576. 576 is equal to x square. See here, 576 plus 49 is 5. Balance 1, 11, 12, 2 balance. This is 625. X square is equal to 625. The value of x is equal to 25. 25 into 25 is 625. Therefore, the value of x is 25. This becomes 25. What we want to know? We want to know cos theta square. Cos of theta square is equal to 24 divided by 25. Therefore, theta 2 is equal to cos inverse of 24 divided by 25. Okay. Shall we substitute the values? Okay, see here we got here, right? This can be written as cos of tan inverse of 7 divided by 24. So what we took? Theta 2 as tan inverse of 7 by 24 is equal to cos of theta 2. Instead of theta 2, we have found cos inverse of 24 divided by 25. So by the property cos inverse of x is equal to x, we can write as equal to 24 divided by 25. Okay, this is the answer. 24 divided by 25 is the answer. Hence we have completed this exercise 4.3. I have given the only one subdivision from the fourth sum as assignment. Do the sum and send it to me through the Zoho app. Okay, go through the sum. It will be very easy. You have to just understand it. Okay, thank you students. Let's meet in the next class.